everyone, and welcome to episode 5 of 40 Something and Fabulous in London. I'm Inez Roberta. On today's show, I'm going to be talking about closed doors and open spaces, how I spent my Sunday, and yesterday's adventure to pick up my new mode of transport. But before all of that, I'm going to be sharing with you my kitchen workout. Yep, you heard it right. That's why we're here today in the kitchen. With everyone having to stay at home or to self-isolate, it's very difficult to keep fit in these uncertain times. So I've devised a program for you. It could be a circuit, it could be just a series of things that you can do to keep yourself fit and healthy. There's 5 exercises and you don't need very much at all. You can do it in a really small space, as I'm going to show you now. You need something like a bench or a chair up against the wall. You also need weights, but not weights in the traditional sense. This is the kitchen workout after all. So I've got here 2 cans of baked beans, they're 400 grams. I've got 2 jars of dolmayo pasta sauce, I think they are, 500 grams, so a little bit heavier. And then the creme de la creme, I've got here some fizz, so some champagne holders, which very cleverly have these handles attached to them, so they could also be good to use as well. So, and also you don't have to use any weights at all, it's entirely up to you. So look and see what you have. You may even want to use water bottles or something like that, whatever's easiest for you. And as I say, this exercise program is for everyone. So we're going to start now with the first exercise. I'm going to be using the pasta sauce for this one, and I call this exercise Saucy boxing. So we're going to start with your left leg forwards, so exactly following what I'm doing. Bend the knees slightly and holding the jars of sauce or whatever it is you're holding close to your face with your elbows in, almost like you're trying to protect yourself, like you're wearing boxing gloves. So all we're going to start doing is pushing the arm forwards and back, transferring the weight forwards and backwards from foot to foot and pressing the arm forwards, keeping the knuckles high, keeping the elbow high, relaxing the shoulders. And as we get more into this, you can take it up a little bit, you can vary the speed, or you can even just use the arm if you want to do that. So this is called a jab, so we're just jabbing, and it really starts to work those arms after you've done it for a certain amount of time. So we're going to now try the other side, so take the other leg forwards, again keeping the elbows tucked in and pushing the hands forward. So pushing forward, so we're jabbing, keeping the other hand close to the head. So that's your jab, that's your basic jab. So again, you can vary the amount that you do this. Doesn't matter how many times, maybe just a few times, go through each exercise and then repeat maybe 2 or 3 times for a whole circuit. The next move we're going to do is a jab and a cross. So we're back to the original start position, keeping the elbows tucked in. We jab forwards, and as we cross, we bring the other arm forward and we twist into taking the heel off the back leg. So we jab, we cross, jab, cross, jab, cross, jab, cross. So we're using the body, we're turning the body into the movement, which is actually working our core as well. So jab, cross, we'll do one more, and then we'll change sides. So again, switching legs, elbows in, forwards and cross, jab, cross, twisting that body, using the core as we go. So that's your jab and cross. Next, take your feet wider, slightly bend the knees, engaging your core here. So we're going to do hooks. So the hooks are coming up and across. So we're going across, turning the back heel in. So the back heel comes off the floor, the knee turns in, and then the other side, hooking over, like you're elbowing over and over. And again here, we're using the core as well. So bending the knees, taking the back heel off as we go across. So hook and hook and hook and hook. So that's your hook. Okay, so the next part of the saucy boxing is the uppercut. So similar stance, we're taking the legs wide, bending the knees, and this time you're coming up. So you're driving the hand up towards the face, turning the knee in again, lifting the back heel up, and then the other side. So it's in and up and driving up, driving the hand up. So whatever you're holding, hold on tight. You don't want any smashed glass. So you're pushing, pushing, there's your uppercut. Uppercut. Okay, just shake out. And the last part of this is just your old-fashioned punching up to the sky. So you're just going to cross and punch. Bending in between if you'd like, otherwise you can just use the arms. If you want to, you can bend the knees, take the legs nice and wide, and then you're working the legs as well. So there's your up punch. So that's the first exercise done. So there's a few parts of that, and you can vary how much of each you want to do. So exercise 2, I call the kitchen dip. So you need to find yourself the bench, or you find yourself a chair against the wall. Make sure it's safe against the wall so that you don't fall over. And then you can take a seat. No, that's not the exercise, that's far too simple. So from here, place your hands either side of your hips, and then you're just going to take yourself forward so you're in almost an L shape there. But your elbows are tucked in, engaging your core, nice straight back, and then you're just going to bend your arms, and then you're going to push back up, so really push back up. So it's like a tricep dip, but we call it a kitchen dip. So again, engaging the core, straight back, pushing up. And again, you can do as many of these as you like. If you just want to do 3 or 4, then take a seat, and then wait a little while, and then shake the arms out and do some more, then you can do that. Or you can do maybe 10 if you'd like to push it a little bit further. So if you find this really simple, you can actually straighten your legs. So this makes it a little bit more difficult. Down and lift, down and lift. Okay, so that's with the straight legs. So that's your kitchen dip. So exercise 3, I call the apple core. And you guessed it, we're going to be working a little bit on the core. So for this one, you're using a bench or chair again. So again, make sure it's in a safe position. Just going to place your hands, walk your feet out so you're in a straight line, but your hips are lifted, so you're not sagging and arching, but you're also not too high. So you're in a complete straight line as best you can. So from here, all you're going to do is making sure your hands are in line with your shoulders and engaging your core. You're going to take one of your knees and tap it across the chest to try and touch the elbow. Place it down, then twisting to the other side. So you're working your obliques here, that's the side muscles in your core. So twisting and back, twisting and back, twisting and back, keeping the arms nice and straight. And you can stop at any time here, so you can always come back to standing if it gets too much. So we'll go back down. The second part of this exercise is to try and test your balance, also using your core, and try not to lift your hips. You're going to try and tap one hand across the shoulder. So you're twisting your hand across to tap, but keeping everything completely straight. So tapping alternate shoulders. So that's your second part of your apple core exercise. So again, you do as many as you want to do and take it at the speed that you want to do it. Exercise 4 is a lunchtime lunge with a twist. So again, we're going back to whatever size weight you'd like to use. Maybe you want to use the 400. I'm going to go back to using these. Okay, so we're going to start standing with our feet together, hands by the sides, and you're just going to take a step forward wide enough that when you drop yourself down and bend into a lunge, back heel is off the ground, that you bend down and your weight is exactly center, you squeezing the arms in. And then from here, lifting the arms up, and you're just doing a little twist to the side, coming back to center, and then you're going to take it back to standing. Let's try that again. So we step, lift, bend, twist, back to center, come up. So here we're working the legs, and we're also working the arms and the waist as well. So you can actually do this where you're going straight into the lunge. So you're lunging straight down, twisting, center, and back. Let's try the other side. So stepping first, finding your position, squeezing down, twisting, back to center, coming up. And again, step, squeeze, twist, center. Now without the step, you can lunge straight down, twist, center, back. Again, you can do as many as you like each side. So exercise 5, I call physical, because I'm going to be using this. So I'm going to take hold of it here. I'm going to show you how you can do this if you don't have the handle as well, but this is almost like a kettlebell. Those of you who know kettlebells, we use a lot of those in the gym to do upward movement. So exercise 5 I call physical, and that's using the bottle with the case and the handle. But I'm going to show you how to do this one even if you don't have this. So we're going to do the bicep curl, we're going to flip the hand, and then you're going to press up like the punch in the air. Come back down the way you went up. So we go in and push up, there and down. In, push up, there and down. Okay, so you can do the same thing with a can. In, twist up, there and down. So it doesn't matter if you don't have this. Okay, so the second part of this exercise is with 2. So you're going to do the same thing again, but you're going to bring your elbows in to here, and you're just going to lift up and down. So you're just going to lift up. So these exercises are for the arms, the shoulders, back a little bit. So you're just going to lift the elbows, bring them in. Lift the elbows, bring them in. So remember to do the other side as well. So maybe when you've done those, you can then work on the other side, lifting, twisting, and then bringing it down. Okay, so again, if you don't have the 2 of these, go back to using your jars or whatever it is you want to use. So for this one, elbows in, and you're just lifting up and down, up and down. So that's exercise 5. So now you have 5 exercises. You can always rewind and see all those exercises, and you can put them into a circuit. So perhaps you can do each of the 5 sections for a couple of minutes, and then repeat the whole circuit 3 times. You've got enough material there to have up to however long you want to work out, maybe half an hour, maybe you want to just keep repeating, or maybe you want to do some cardio before you do that, so sort of warming up and then go into those exercises. If you're looking for a really good cardio-based online workout, I suggest Les Mills. So Les Mills do a lot of different classes. They do body combat, body pump, thousands of online classes. I yesterday took myself out into the garden and did the body combat, which was working out lots of martial arts type movements, but we didn't need any equipment at all, so that was fantastic. If you're looking for more of a relaxed kind of workout and you love yoga, I highly recommend yogamihappy.co.uk, where they are streaming online classes on a donation base. And that's run by Eliza Murphy, who's a highly qualified yoga instructor. Well, I really hope you enjoyed that workout. Stay tuned next week, where I'll bring you some more things that you can do in the comfort of your own home. I'm now going to take you out to where I spent my Sunday, and also to show you my adventure yesterday. Enjoy! Happy Sunday, happy Mother's Day to everyone out there from this glorious Hampstead Heath. The weather is spectacular, and even though everyone here is safely practicing social distancing, it hasn't stopped a lot of people from coming out and enjoying this wonderful day. So here in Hampstead Heath we have so much going on. We have over here people having takeaway coffees, they're picking up their coffees and going for lovely walks. It's nice hills and things where people can go running and walking, and there's people on bikes. So everyone's paying attention to the social distancing, but everyone's practicing very safely. Across there we have this wonderful running track that people are taking advantage of, and again people are staying far enough away from each other to make it work for them. So try and stay positive, everyone. I've just taken the initiative and found a second-hand bike for sale in Abbey Wood in southeast London. Now, I've done this specifically so that I can keep social distancing by going on 2 different overground trains that I knew would be very quiet, and also wait until after rush hour. So I found this great guy who sold me this wonderful mountain bike, and it was only £40. So I knew that I would want to keep fit, and this is a really good way that I can do this. And also I'm going to be obviously riding on my own, so I'm able to keep away from everyone. I'm just really excited about being able to cycle. The weather's great, and now I'm on my way back to Earlsfield to give it a try out. Well, if like me you're a nervous cyclist, now is probably the best time to get back on the bike while the roads are so quiet. I got my bike from gumtree.com, but you can also look on Facebook Marketplace, and there's lots of other second-hand sort of websites that you can go to as well. I'm really enjoying riding my bike, keeping fit and getting some fresh air. So join me next week for more tips, more advice and more stories. Take care of yourself.